What up, Cuzzo? What up, Paige? Nobody loves me. I don't know who sang that song, but it's like stuck in my head all of a sudden. Happy Monday. Come on, twin. We outside. Are you saying twin because we look alike right now? Like you got this same hair wrap? Or in other ways? In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the panda sleeps tonight. Oh. My bad. Not in the jungle. How y'all Monday going though? How was y'all weekend? My weekend was amazing. But I'm gonna talk about that a little later. You must learn to say no to things. It's 8 o'clock. We usually start around like 8:10, 8:11, if you will. Cause how did the kids enjoy the wedding? Shout out my pops online. They are on the road, but they are online. Again, shout out to the parents that support no matter where, no matter what. Shout out YouTube. Had a bunch of fun. That's what's up. Hello there, Nora, on the YouTube. Both parents are here. Okay. We outside. It was just like a crazy weekend, and then you get into Monday and just like, oh, I need a massage expeditiously. Yeah, I got that feeling. We're gonna get started in a little bit. I don't know where my chat just went for YouTube, but I know it's still there because I can see somebody in here. All right, YouTube, if you can type in something in the chat. So I know it's real. Okay. I see you. We getting somewhere. Got my LA sis, got my Waldorf sis in here. Okay. Might go live tonight. You made it, Chris. Hello, Tanya Peterson. Shout out Virginia, Norfolk. How's everybody weekend? Or how was everybody's weekend? While we killing some time, I'm gonna tell you what I did this weekend. My parents celebrated 40 years of marriage, and it was so beautiful. I didn't cry, but I was shaking like I was getting married. But it was so beautiful. The love, the intensity, the passion. I pray that everyone is able to reach 40 years of marriage and then some. Mm-hmm. Happy anniversary motivation. How many years are you, Crystal? I think you are. Feel like you what? 12 years. Feel like yeah, 12 years. Because of with the tears. I guess that means you cried. You did not see it, twist. Stop it. Oh, I was right. 12 years. Shout out to me. I don't always remember everything, but some things I do. If you saw a tear in my eye, it was really dust. Stop that. All right, we got like 3 more minutes and we're going to get started. Oh, my mama came in too. Shout out my parents. Like I said, they celebrated their 40th anniversary this weekend, and today they are on their honeymoon on the road, and they still decided to tap into my live. I appreciate it. Get you parents who will support you no matter where they are in the world. Shout out my Atari hoodie too. Honeymoon. Hey, don't get crazy on that honeymoon though. I don't want no little brothers or sisters. Keep it to yourself. Honey, the Q&A with your parents on marriage. Just saying. Get crazy. Crystal, I may bring my parents on here for a Q&A for marriage. Like I said, once the chapters are done, I'm going to bring people on to, dissect some of these chapters for their own life. So my parents will be one of them, I'm sure. All right. Monday book chat. Okay, that's what we rolling with. Monday book chat. I kind of like that. Well, happy Monday, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I hope all is well. I hope everything is intact. Hope your health is in motion. I hope your family is still with us. If we have lost anyone, Our prayers and hearts go out to you. Um, if you have been here since day one, thank you for being here for, as this has been stapled as Jay's Monday book chat. Shout out to YouTube as well for those who've been locking in. We are now 8 weeks in. Like I said, last week was the seventh week. The devil tried to creep in and get busy, but he wasn't having it. Um, Transparency moment. I talked to some people after, and I had a little doubtful moment. Not gonna lie to you. This was maybe the first week, second week. I probably would have been in tears online or after the call, but because of the consistency and the obedience of what God has asked me to do here weekly, it makes you look at that issue so small and you're able to bounce back. So I thank you all for who gave me support, who gave me prayers, who gave me love and feedback afterwards. I appreciate it. Oh, shout out my nephew just tapped in here. That's crazy. Today. Oh, and if you are new here, I am Jay Allen. If I didn't say that already, I am in the position of releasing a book next month. Oh, excuse me, January, called "Don't Take Your Shoes Off Yet: A Journey from Procrastination to Purpose." Every week, I dissect a chapter from the book, just to get people involved, get you guys interested in liking and sharing what you hear. So today's chapter is the power of nah. Some people say no, but we're in the new age. We be like, nah, I'm good. So, the power of nah. Um, I wrote out all of this. So let me give y'all another transparency moment. So today, as I was really getting into the groove of all of this, I actually was looking at chapter 8, which next week's chapter would be uh the Champagne Victory Life, right? So I'm typing, I'm literally done. And one of the things I said within that was you can't get comfortable because you always have to stay ahead of the curve, right? As I finished, I realized I was literally on the wrong chapter. So I did not write out I did not practice, I did not get into chapter 7 at all until I got back home later today. And so chapter 8 is already done for next week. Granted, I'll probably go back through this week and tighten up anything, but yeah, I did 2 lessons today. Isn't that crazy? But anywho, we must learn to say nah. N-A-H, man, not N-A-W. Nah was like your nah that you spelled out is like, nah, I'm good. This nah is like, mm-mm. We must learn to say nah to things that don't align with our purpose. Poor decisions lead to uncertainty, and that's a path we want to avoid. This journey will have its highs and lows, but what truly makes it worthwhile are the choices we make along the way. Saying nah isn't just a refusal, it's about making intentional choices that align with your true needs and goals. And it's okay to say nah. And it's healthy to do so honestly rather than over explaining or over apologizing. How many people, you can put a hands up if you want to, or peace sign or thumbs up. How many people have done something or made a decision in your life and there's like a billion people questioning why you did this or when are you going to do this? And you're just like, mind your business. It's none of your business, right? Or it's you made a decision and you didn't tell anybody, and the people felt like they deserve an explanation. And sometimes it doesn't need to be explained. It can just be a no, and that's it. It's like a waiter. You're at a restaurant. The waiter says, "Would you like some water? Would you like something to eat?" And you may say, "No, I'm good," or politely, "No, thank you." And it's that. There's no explanation of, well, because I don't drink tap water. It's not because, I don't trust the food here. You're not giving an explanation. It's just a complete, nah, I'm good. Right. So, going into this today, I actually didn't even typically, I have a story to go with all of these things. But again, I was focusing on a different chapter today. and nothing had popped up. And I said, Holy Spirit, help me today that a story comes out to all of this. And oh, be hard. What up? That a story comes to play in all of this, right? So number one, protect your time and energy. Saying nah helps you prioritize your own needs, ensuring that you don't overcommit to tasks or obligations that you drain your resources. By setting boundaries, you create space for what truly matters to you. So I wrote out for this. If you're stressed too thin across different, commitments, communities, what have you, work, family, what's going on, personal projects, it's easy for life to feel broken. The imbalance can cause burnout and leave you feeling overwhelmed, as though you're juggling too many things without the time or energy to fully engage in any one area. So let's say you're at work, there's so many projects, like the job description is this, but then your boss gives you this. Granted, you really can't tell your boss no for some reasons, but a lot of reasons, if your plate is too much, you can say nah. If your family is over here and your family is doing crazy things over here and they're saying, hey, I need you to do this, and that, you can say nah because you have to protect your time and your energy is very valuable to you. I remember when I moved to Georgia the first time. Kind of talked about this in the first chapter, but I did not tell anybody. I just moved because the more if I have to sit here and explain to every single person why I did this, I would be drained. I would be uh yeah, I'd just be drained. I'd be tired, exhausted. Like I'm tired of explaining to this to everybody. But you get to a point where it's like, you know what? I made a good decision for my life. I'm good. You'll reap the benefits, or you'll see the benefits later. So make sure you are not stretching yourself thin, and that you are literally saying nah to protect your time and your energy. Shout out Ash, representing New York out here. The second is to build respect and self confidence. When you say nah firmly or respectfully, it communicates that you value yourself and your own limits. This not only earns you respect from others, but it also boosts your self esteem as you honor your own priorities. When different aspects of life, like your career, your relationships, your marriage, your personal passions, what have you, and they don't align with your core values and long term goals, it can lead to a sense of disconnection or confusion. Excuse me. You may feel pulled in multiple directions, as I just said, without a clear sense of purpose, which can undermine your overall satisfaction and well being. I get questioned, well, let's say last year when God moved me to LA, right? People are like, oh, you moved to LA? Why did you move to LA? Uh, why didn't you tell me? All the other questions that go along with it. But a lot of times, I don't have an answer for you because I'm still trying to figure out what God is doing in the present moment. So, because I'm becoming someone I have not been yet, it's hard to answer those type of questions. So, it's easy now to just say, nah, I'll let you know when it's time. But people still try to pry for an answer. And it's like, you don't have an answer. It's just, nah, I don't have an answer for you. And in those moments, like to build the respect and the self confidence, it's easy to tell a person because of the self confidence. You don't allow people to get in your ear and your mind. When you don't say too much, people cannot uh, pray. And I'm not saying pray, I mean like pray, like really try to demolish what's happening in your life. And so you have to keep it close to yourself at times. Um, and that's the beautiful part. It's really the beautiful part. And sometimes it's petty. You want to be petty. You want to tell somebody something, it's like, no, I'm not going to tell you. And just watch how they react. They get into their feelings. Which brings me to point number three, improve your decision making, right? The ability to say nah is a sign of clarity and purpose. It allows you to stay focused on your goals and avoid distractions, ultimately helping you make better choices that align with your long term vision and God's purpose. So, like major life changes from moving, like I did to LA last year, changing jobs or experiencing personal losses. It could be a mom, a family member. It could be a job, a car, finances, you name it. But all those things can create disruptions that make it difficult to maintain consistency. Without time to adjust, your routines, your mental health, and priorities may feel out of sync and leading to feelings of instability and frustration. How many people have made a decision not knowing why you made a decision, but you knew it was a good decision and you were just waiting for God to show you that it was the right decision? That would be me. I was in LA for majority of all last year, right? Oh, here's the story. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I was in LA for majority of all last year, and at the time, I did not know while I was there. I just knew that this is where God told me to go. And so when I got there, things were aligning. Some things were fading, which is a good thing. And I just ran through every day. I just woke up and said, "All right, God, why am I here? Why am I here?" And He just showed me every decision I make moving forward is very critical to what He has for me. So all the things that I was doing, I can't do anymore because now this could easily create mental health issues. It can create physical issues, spiritual issues, the whole shebang, right? So I end up coming back to Georgia. And while I was in Georgia, I protected this, or I was isolated. So when you're isolated, when you come out into the world, it's like those things you used to do don't even feel the same way. So if you know me, you party with me, you know how we get down. It's a vibe, it's an energy, it's a time to be had. And so when I look at life now, I cannot be in that same space because that's not where I'm at. So if someone asks me like, "Oh, let's go out to the club tonight. Let's go out and party tonight," I'm just like, "Nah, I'm good. I can't do it." It does not align and one what God has for me, but it doesn't align to what I feel anymore. That's not the space I'm in anymore, right? And it's a good feeling when you say no to that. So anything that isn't aligning, anything that isn't consistent to the purpose that God has for you, trash it, throw it away. You know, a couple chapters ago we talked about the milk has gone bad. Throw it away. It's expired. So the old me does not exist. The new me is being propelled, is being elevated, is being sharpened. He's being. I'm saying it like I'm a person. I am being. I'm being summoned, if you will. So all of this is brand new. All this. So new mindset, new body loading. Uh, the spiritual aspect of my life is getting wiser and more knowledgeable about things. So it's all a journey. So when people are trying to pry, people are trying to get you into a space that does not exist, or excuse me, align to what you're trying to do, definitely hit them with the knob. Like deuces, can't do that. Um, I used to drink a lot of whiskey. I loved it. Not gonna lie to you. Uh, Hennessy, all of those good things. I cannot do it anymore. I do love wine. Sorry, my pops. It is what it is. But I don't do it every day. Don't all the time. I do it every blue moon. Fix your face. That's funny. Um, but that does not take me away from what I used to. I'm not this new one, new person of me allows me to be this new person to understand, hey, certain decisions, I'm not going to overflow. I'm not going to overspill or I'm not going to overdo it. I know my limits. I set a limit and I stick to it. I think this is one for a lot of people um, in the world today. Number four, avoid people pleasing. Raise your hand if you ever was in a people pleasing spirit. Not even your whole life, but just there was someone in your life, could have been a relationship, a parent, a friend, a job, that whatever it was, you just had to do the extra all the time. You just had to go above and beyond every single time. And it didn't even call for it. You know, you could say no to that too. If you're tired, if you're exhausted, you can say nah. Uh, everybody raising their hand. Yeah, I'm gonna raise my hand too. Say less. Um, you can say nah to all of that. To if you're tired, if you just had a long day. I remember. So when I was playing at this church out in Georgia, shout out Core. Um, at the time, I would work a whole 12-hour shift all week. Fridays were our worship experience. Excuse me, I practice. We practice for Sundays. I would be so exhausted from already not sleeping well and then having to work a 12-hour shift, being there, waking up at like 4:30 in the morning, having to be at work by 6, going to 6 p.m., sometimes 7, and then going straight to practice. There's many times I wanted to make that call. In this case, I would never tell God no. So if you're don't ever tell God nah. If it's God led, by all means, please show up. But if it's like a sister saying, "Hey, come party with me," a brother saying, "Hey, turn up with me tonight," if it's uh I don't know, even if it's overtime. If you need the overtime, cool. If you don't need the overtime, nah, I'm good. God will provide, right? So constantly saying yes to others and not yourself is a wild take. You have to choose you before you choose others. Saying no will help break cycles, encouraging you to prioritize your needs and avoid resentment. How many times you said yes to something that you did not want to say, that you wanted to say nah to, and when you got to that place, you was like, man, I should have said no. I should have said no. Again, I'm one of them. Ben, remember once upon a time, this was maybe like 2011-ish, maybe 12. But I remember waking up one morning or that day, and I did not want to go to the club. I just wanted to stay in the house. I just wanted to kick it, be lazy, have one of those days, clean a little bit, and then just relax for the rest. But you get those text messages, hey, come out, show out, come through, blah, blah, blah. And you're saying no for about half the day. Saying no for half the day. But sometimes people get very, very aggressive and they still blow your phone up, which you need to stand on your toes. Stand 10 toes down, stand on business and be like, nah, I'm good. I'm not showing up. But I ended up getting dressed, I showered, and I went out. And now my energy is already saying, why did you say yes when you really wanted to say no? You've been saying no all day. So why would you say yes? And then you have to kind of look at him like, why did I say yes? Was it to people please? And they say, yes, it was. Your mama to you sometimes. You never want to tell me no, stop it. My mother talking about something. That's how she is with me. But you go, so I went to the club anyway, took a couple of shots with the homies, and I'm sitting there. And for about an hour or two, I'm just sitting. Typically, if you know me, I may do a little two step, may enjoy myself with a little shimmy or something. But this day, everything about this night just felt wrong. And I should have stuck with my nah, I'm not coming out. Lo and behold, part like 45 minutes later, a huge fight popped out. A huge fight. And I'm just like, I threw some hands too. Never got hit. Quick with it. But that showed me I should have stuck with my nah and never pulled up. Oh yeah, never pulled up to the club because now I resented myself. I resented the entire situation that those people called me like the next week trying to hang out. I'll probably hang out with them for like another 3.5 months because a decision I made had nothing to do with them. I had all the control to say nah, and I did not. Right. Um, One of the things too, by the way, that you should be able to do is tell yourself nah. That's no to fear. That's no to doubt, to greed, inconsistency, self sabotage. I can use myself for this conversation. I told myself nah plenty of times to do these lives every Monday, to write a book, as y'all have heard for some weeks now. Um, I just wasn't feeling it, and I had to get out of my feelings and just understand what God was trying to do. But I'm still telling God, nah, I told you earlier, don't tell God no. But I did, and he's like, oh, okay, I got you covered. And when God said, I got you, he got you. There's nothing you could do about it. He forces you into a box, but he speaks to you. He cares for you. He loves you. We already spoke about before, punishment is not punishment, it's preparation. So I ended up telling myself yes. I told myself yes. When I told myself nah, I didn't feel complete because I'm going against what God was trying to do in my life. So when you have that nah for what God is saying, that doubt, tell it no. That fear, tell it no. That that bad diet that you shouldn't be on, junk food, cakes, pies, ice cream, tell it nah. That toxic relationship, whether it's a friendship, business, family, tell it nah. Because that's not cohesive. It's not aligned to what God has for you in that season. And not saying things won't come back, things won't get better. But at this moment in your life, tell yourself, nah. You know, it was crazy. I wrote out, I was like, man, I'm saying all this. What are some good ways you can say nah or no? Right? So I wrote these out. Help me load the sweets. Look, man, help me with the sweets. We're trying to go on a December fast. We'll talk about that later. But saying no can be challenging. This could be to your spouse. You know, my dad, shout out to him. If you're just getting on, I told you my parents just celebrated 40 years of marriage this past weekend. So they're in here. Please tell them happy anniversary for me. But my dad has this button. I don't know if he still has it, but it's a no button. And you press it, and it's like, no, no, no. And it's a very strategic device because he can say no any given time. You know, my mom may come in there and say, can we go shopping? No. Pops, do you have $1 million I can hold? No. Just kidding. Uh, you can tell anything he wants, he can say no to. I think we all should get a no button or a nah button in our life. What up, Dion? But in this case, I did say that, Mom. I'm sorry. But saying no can be challenging, but it's important to do it clearly and respectfully. Here are a few ways I wrote down to say no depending on the situation. Now, this is like direct and firm I wrote out. So you can be like, nah, I can't do it. Nah, I can't show up. I'm not able to do that. That's not something I can commit to. And these are very soft blows to say no to a person. And again, remember what we said earlier, it's okay to say no because you don't want to over have to explain what's going on. No is just no. It is an answer. But sometimes, again, it's hard to say because you don't know how to communicate it to the person that's asking you of something. Um, I wrote out polite, how to be polite and clear in saying, nah, I appreciate the offer, but I have to decline. Thank you for thinking of me, but I won't be able to. I'm flattered, but I cannot accept. So anybody asks me to the club from now on, I'm gonna be like, I'm flattered that you want me to turn up with you, but I can't accept. It's not where I'm at in life right now. Number three, explaining your reason if you're comfortable. Again, for those who cannot commit to just saying nah, and you have to give a little explanation on why this is for you. I have other commitments that I need to focus on right now. I'm not in a position to help at the moment. This isn't the right time for me. I think that's easier to say. This isn't the right time for me. You know, you could be tired. You could been a whole day. You could have just got back from traveling out the country. Someone calls you as soon as you land. Hey, can you meet me? Can you do this? Can you show up? And you just like, no, I cannot. Or you can say, in this case, this isn't the right time for me. And there's no explanation to it. It's just it's not the right time. Number four, I have setting boundaries and how to say no. I need to prioritize my time so I won't be able to. I'm unable to take this on right now, but thank you for understanding. This is good for me because setting boundaries is all 2025. I promise you. I'm definitely telling a lot of people, and even not even y'all cool, but people that I haven't even met yet, it's gonna come down to I need to prioritize my time so I won't be able to. No is a complete sentence, and you can just say, respect my no. That is good, Dion. I respect that. And two, with compassion, there's a lot of heartfelt people in here. This is for you. I understand this is important, but I am not able to help this time. I wish I could, but I can't make that happen right now. And yeah, that is the power of nah. Like I said, saying nah isn't just a refusal, it's about making intentional choices that align with your true needs and goals. And it is okay to say nah because it's healthier to do so honestly rather than over explaining or over apologizing. And again, I know we've all been a people pleaser. We've all resented ourselves by saying yes to something that we should have stuck with by saying nah to. Job, relationship, friendship, uh, a business idea, a travel a opportunity. The list goes on. We've all failed. No one's perfect. But moving forward after today, I want you to understand the power of nah is a very powerful decision to make in your life. The power of nah is very great for what's coming in 2025. Um, I'll even ask this question: what in your life right now do you need to say no to? We have one more month left. Thanksgiving is literally a few days, and then there's a month and a couple of days. What do you need to say no to? Y'all answer that. If you want to put in the chat, you want to jump on in a minute, you'll have the opportunity to. But for myself, I need to say no to over, not oversharing, but overpouring. There we go. Um, Overpouring can be very, very exhausting. Um, Shout out to some of you guys who've been on with me on the phone or even in person. But I'll go with the phone first. A lot of times, there's a long 1 hour conversation, it could be 2 hour conversation, 3 hour conversation. Sometimes I may look back and be like, what did we just talk about? But sometimes it's a good conversation. But if I'm overpouring or if I'm pouring and I don't get poured back into, now I'm exhausted. So it's like the next time, possibly I have to say nah because you didn't pour into me last time. And not saying it's going to be like that all the time, but I have to set my boundaries up for what's about to happen in the trajectory of my life for 2025 and moving forward. I have to set boundaries of saying no or nah to overpouring. Um, is there anybody on here who wants to jump on and share about their life and what they need to say nah to? The floor is yours. You can tap in, send a request. We can jump on for about 2 or 3 minutes, give your spiel. If there's anyone on YouTube, I know right now, and I cannot bring you in, but if you have a question or you have something, I can read it out loud for the people. While you're deciding if you want to jump on, I'm going to say thank you again. If this is your first time here, I have seen a few of you on before. Some of you are fresh today. Thank you for your support. Thank you for commenting. Again, I am in position of dropping my book next. Excuse me, I keep saying next month. I think we're in December. In January, and it's called "Don't Take Your Shoes Off Yet: A Journey from Procrastination to Purpose." And each week on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I am dissecting a chapter, and we're just having a dialogue about it to get you interested to go buy the book, to share the book. We're here for it. So yeah, if anybody want to jump on, no, nah, not at this time. Nope. All that nada. However you want to slice it. No, no mosques, no more, all that. But yeah, if anybody want to jump on, I love this part to explain what you heard tonight. If you want to share with somebody on here, it's not even about me. It's about the people that are here connected to it. That if you heard something for yourself that you can share for confirmation. Um, yeah, the floor is yours. Also, as you're thinking if they're going to jump on or not, I'm also going to say nah to junk food all December. That's what I was going to say earlier. Who wants to tap in with me in the month of December of a no sweet month? to like tap into 2025. No sweets. I mean, like that's no cakes, no pies, no cupcakes, no ice cream, no candy. Peppermints I'm cool with because breath is what it is. No wine, no alcohol, which are sweets to some people, right? But but yeah, I'm down. Whoever want to join in with me on December, send me a message on Instagram in a DM, and I promise you, I will I would send you a link that we can all just kind of tap in once a week and just check in on each other, hold each other accountable. That's another nod for me next year. I mean, for this month moving forward is I'm saying nod to solo missions. I know I have to do things for myself, of course, and through God, but I'm also here to work with people and partner with people all 2025 and moving forward. I think it's a downfall in our communities. I think it's a downfall in the human society, human race, excuse me, not society. No, not until Christmas. I'm talking about January 1. So that means at Christmas dinner, get your Thanksgiving out right now. Get your food out. Get your cakes, pies, lemon. What is it? Lemon meringue, your strawberry shortcakes. Get it all out. And December 1 through January 1, no snacks, no sweets. Yeah, I see what you did, Tom, until Christmas. Yeah, no soda. That's a sweet too, sure. Um, maybe even no sweet tea. Just tea. Green, ginger, lemon, all that. But yeah, tap in with me in the DM and we can talk about it. My dad said for that reason of no sweet tea, he is out. Don't do that, Pop. To join in. If I did a 17-day water fast with just water, I'm saying I believe we can all jump in on this sweet, no sweet diet for the month of December. If you are interested. Shout out my spiritual mom. Um, but yeah, is there anybody who want to jump on again? The floor is there. It is yours. I'm asking if you just joined in. I'm asking, um, with the little bit of time we have left of this year, what do you need to say nah to in your life? And if you haven't heard, I said for myself, I'm saying nah to, uh, well, of course, procrastination, but I'm also saying nah to not setting up my boundaries. I need to set my boundaries. And I'm saying nah to sweets just for the rest of the year. I mean, after Thanksgiving. Yeah, after Thanksgiving. But December 1 through January 1, I'm not doing these sweets. And if you see me eating a sweet, slap my hand. Don't slap me, but slap my hand. And shout out to my family that's on the road on the way back to Georgia. Shout out Regina, Chelsea, and Drew. I saw y'all. My bad. What you talking about, Willis? Yes. Oh, Nas to social media. Okay. So some people jumping with me in December with no sweets. Some people jumping on with the rest of the year with no social media. If you know me, typically I do get off of social media in the month of December, but that's not my season right now. That is not where God has me. So I will be online for the rest of the year. Now I may get off in January, maybe do some. No, I can't even do that because there's a book coming out. So I can't even do that. I'm online now. Oh, yeah. I guess I see you. I see you. Drew, what up? You want to jump online one time or are you driving? Purpose. Yes. Boundaries are very important. Again, I really want to thank you all who jumped in tonight. YouTube as well. Nora, Tanya, I see you. Um, I'm here for it. I'm very grateful he is driving. Okay, cool. I'm very grateful for those who jump on and show me support and love, even on here after the calls. Again, it has been a journey, not just for this, but to even discover more about who I am and where I'm headed. Um, the maturation, if you will, has been amazing in this spiritual season. for what God is doing. Thank you, parents. Thank you, fam. Thank you, IG fam. Thank you, YouTube fam. If there is no one who wants to jump on tonight, then this is the end of the live. But I'll give it maybe another. I get another 3 minutes. Somebody always decides to jump on like at the last minute, so I give it like 3 minutes. Mom, do. Are you saying you want to jump on? I'm lost. I'm sorry. Spiritual mama, are you saying you want to jump on a live? You gotta make that clear for me. Aunt says she will. Who says she will? I missed that. Oh, I will jump on. Sorry. Ma, I missed that. I'm gonna tell you why I missed that. I thought you were talking about jumping in on the no sweets diet. I just sent you an invite. Thank y'all for that, because I misread that.
My goodness, I said it twice.
I thought you were talking about jumping in on the December fast. I'm sorry, I missed that.
My goodness, I said it twice. Hello, everyone. Good evening. We praise God for this opportunity and this evening. Such some great knowledge that we received tonight, and some of the things that he was talking about. I was like, wow, wow. So one of the things that I sometimes have not issues or sometimes me saying yes or I'll come or I'll do it. Sometimes it's hard for me because I'm a hot person. I know friends tell me yes a lot too. I want them to always remember that even though they can't, they they don't want to do it, they can always tell me that not today, or they can say to me it's not a good time. And sometimes we women have issues. Sometimes even men sometimes we have a problem with rejection. Sometimes when people say no, we can't do it, or can do it seems something like a kind of rejection. To me, it used to be to me. So I'm learning. People tell me nowadays that no, I can't make it. It's not a good time for me. I've learned to receive those things with respect to that person's telling me those things. Before years ago, before when I had the problem with rejection, those things used to really bother me. This is just me being transparent. But I'm a little more mature now. I'm a lot more mature now, so I can handle those no, I can't, or I'm not able to. So it's just things someone wanted to say to people that they have problem with rejection sometimes, because it always can cause issues within yourself. People do say that they can't do it or not a good time, even though they're being sincere or being polite about it. Sometimes it doesn't always feel good. People tell you no or they can't. Just me being transparent. Anybody ever been there before? Anybody been in that space before? Somebody tell you no and you don't receive it. I mean, because you think it's just a not a good thing, or you hurt your feelings are hurt. They say no, but we always have to remember those people that saying no and respect their decisions and those things when they do those things. Amen.
I have a question.
That's what I wanted to say.
I have a question for you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you hear me? Clear?
You hear me? Clear? Yes. Yes.
Not the yes. That's funny.
Not the nah. What's the question?
You're sharp. I like
You're
that.
sharp. Like,
What do you
what do you
feel is the
feel
reason
is the
you get into a
you
space
get
of
into a space
hurt
of
when someone
hurt
says no?
when someone says no? Say it again.
Is your speaker
Is
on?
your speaker on? Yes. I can hear you.
But it's an echo.
But it's an echo. Okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Perfect. What is it that gets you into a hurtful state when a person tells you no?
It used to be, um, because I'm not used to people telling me no. Basically, that's real.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real deal right there. Nobody never tell me no, or if they did, they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I mean to say that," or "I'll do it, I'll come." So those kind of things when when you're growing up, I guess spoiled or whatever. I don't know. I'm lot of material now. Oh, people just tell me that
Sorry, y'all. She's traveling on the road right now, so it's a little choppy.
Can you hear me? I said,
No, you are chopping up.
I'll text it.
Okay.
Can you see me? I'll text it.
Okay.
I'm leaving off now.
You know how to do it? That's my mama, y'all, on the road, dropping gems. Gotta love it. Is anybody else? That was a great confession, first of all, Mom. Thank you for your transparency and your funniness. Tell me some nah. Um, yeah. Sometimes you have to really sit in why do you feel hurt when someone tells you no. I didn't talk about it on here in the lesson, but now that it's a conversation, um, yeah, why do you feel hurt? Could it be, as my mom says, she's used to hearing the word yes? So she's a creature of habit to understanding this will always be the answer until it's not the answer? Is it based on past traumas to you never got your way? So you're just in a hurtful state? Um, yeah. Why, if anyone wants to jump on, if you've ever felt like, hey, I was hurt by that no, or I was hurt by that interviewed and they told me no, I couldn't get the job, or you heard that you couldn't get that loan, or you hurt when you couldn't go on that trip. Like why I mean that I understand because I travel. So but or everything else, what is it that makes a person or you, if you want to answer for yourself, either in the chat or jump on with me or answer for yourself. What is it that make you and get you into a hurtful state? I think the only people when I hear no that hurts me is my parents, if I'm being transparent. And it's not all the time, it's just sometimes. But other than that, if I hear no, it's like, okay. I think because I've been so isolated for about a year and some change now, hearing no is like, cool. Hey, you want this? Oh, I'm asking, hey, can I come? Nah, you can't come. Okay. I see y'all be safe. Have a blessed day. Hey, can I get that? Nah, you cannot. Okay. Thank you for responding. Sometimes you got to rebuttal with a positive, on a positive note, so it doesn't leave you in a state of just like stressed out and what have you. Shout out Stuart Eccles. But um, again, if there's nobody who wants to jump on or anybody who wants to speak, what they say, speak now or forever hold your peace. Again, I'm just going to say thank you one more time. I will forever be grateful. I will continue to be grateful for those who jump on the support. We have two more chapters, chapter 8, Champagne, Victory Life, and then, of course, the ending of chapter 9, which is Don't Take Your Shoes Off Yet, which is this whole reason why we're here, to dissect every chapter of the book that is dropping in January. Thank you, Lakeith, for being my secretary tonight and dropping all the lessons. If you didn't catch the lessons from earlier, Lakeith has it in order from lesson 1 through 4 about the power of Na. And that is my time. I have nothing else to say if no one else has anything to say. So have a great Monday, or rest of your Monday. God loves you. I love you. And if no one else tells you, just know those two people do for sure. But most importantly, love yourself. Deuces.